Good morning class, this is Ravi Singh, your computer science teacher, and today I came here with some important information regarding term 1 examination 2020. Actually I want to give some information about the exam pattern and number of questions involved in examination. So your term 1 examination will start from 16th of October 2020. Maximum marks for this exam, it will be 50 marks. Duration for the examination 1 hour and 30 minutes. You have to attempt some multiple choice questions in the exam with some descriptive portion. You have to write the answers of descriptive questions with the help of mobile keyboard, as well as you have to write the answers on your notebook and upload the same file to the space given or the add file button given in the question. When you attempt the question, then you can easily see a add file button will be there and you have to click on this button. After that you can easily upload the file to take picture and upload the file. Clear? Your subject computer science, and subject code is 083. Clear? Your examination will start from 16th of October and on the first day you have your computer science exam and the subject code is 083. In this paper you will get some multiple choice questions in which you have to take on the correct option. Multiple choice question, which includes tick the correct answer, true, false and fill in the blanks, etc. And the second type of questions are descriptive, type questions. Clear? Your examination will be on Google form. You will get a Google form link to start your examination. When you click on the link available and the provided by your subject teacher, then you will get a window on which you will see some fields. Mandatory fields are there in which you have to write student name, enter your name, and in second required field you have to enter student oblique admission number, and in third field you will get class and section. Clear? In this field you have to write your name. In this field you have to write your student number or admission number. Your student or admission number starts from 15. Clear? इसकी आपको जरूरत पड़ेगी and you have to arrange student number or admission number for your examination. These fields are mandatory, that's why you have to enter something, your correct student number or admission number in this Google form and correct class and section. Clear? Section A, B, C and D. Clear? Class 12 done. Now I am going to revise some questions, theory portion. Now I am going to revise our theory portion for the chapter working with functions. Some students, they have some doubt in this chapter, that's why I am going to revise this chapter. Our first topic is what is function. Actually you know that a function is a subprogram that acts on some data and after acting on that data, it will return some value. It returns some value. Clear? What is a function? A function is a subprogram that acts on data and returns some value. Clear? A function is a subprogram that acts on data and returns some value. Now, the types of function, different types of functions are available in Python. The first type of function is built in function. The second type of function is user defined functions, and the third type of function is function available under some modules. Functions available under some modules. Clear? Now, the first type of function is built-in functions. These kind of functions are predefined or already given by the Python library. These functions are predefined in Python libraries, and these kind of functions are always available for use. These functions are always ready to use and always available for use to the user. Examples of these kind of functions are the length function, len function, and length function, int function, input function, etc. These are the user defined functions which are predefined in Python libraries, and these kind of functions are always ready to use for the user, by the user. Now, the user defined function. In Python provide a feature or the facility so that the programmer or the user can define its own function. प्रोग्रामर जो है वो फंक्शन को किसी भी नेम के साथ क्या कर सकता है, डिफाइन कर सकता है. लाइक वी कैन टेक एग्जांपल. सपोज आई वांट टू डिवाइड टू numbers and I want to write a program with user defined function. So that I will write the code and defining the function with def keyword, def, define div x comma y. Clear? This is def, this is a keyword which starts the definition of the function. What def keyword do? It starts the definition of the function. It is used for the defining of the function. Now, what is div here? Div is the name of function which is defined by user, Clear? Now, we can give any name to the function, but we have to start the definition of the function with def, means def keyword, and you will get the program for the same. Clear? Now, function under some modules. These kinds of functions are available under some modules or predefined modules in Python libraries. Clear? Like the math module, example, math module. In math module, lot of functions are available, like the sine function, in math module, the sine function, power function, etc. Clear? These kind of functions are available only under in some modules. What we have to do? Firstly, we have to import that module, then we can use the function. What we have to do? We have to import the module by writing import module, means import the name of the module. Name of the module is math, import math. Then we will use the function, means three comma 4 and then print x. You will get 3 raised to power 4 after computation. Clear? 3 types of functions are available in Python. Built-in functions. These functions are predefined in Python libraries and always ready to use. User defined function. These functions are defined by the user, and the definition of the function will start with def, means def keyword, and the functions under some modules like the math module, in which sine and power and different kind of functions are also available. We can use these kind of functions like the sine function and the power function by importing some module. Power function is defined under maths module. That's why we have to firstly import the module, then we can use the function. That's why this is function in some module or function under some modules. Clear? Now I am going to write a piece of code. Then we will check about the arguments and the parameters in this piece of code. Clear? Now example is given on the board. I am writing an example. I want to write a Python code. Write a Python code to multiply three numbers by using user defined functions. Clear? What is our task? Our task is we have to write a Python program using function, user defined function, to multiply 3 numbers. Clear? Now what we have to do? This is the user defined function. That's why we have to define the function, and the function definition starts with def keyword. Means what you have to do? You have to start the definition of the function by writing def keyword. Def mul x comma y comma z. Clear? Then apply colon. Def is the keyword which is used for the defining of the function. Mul is the function name which is defined by the user. This is user defined function. हम कोई भी नाम यहाँ पर रख सकते हैं. यहाँ पर मेरा नाम भी हो सकता है, RAVI, रवि भी रख सकते हैं फंक्शन में. Clear? Now I am declaring a new variable R in which I am storing the multiplication of x, y and z parameters. Clear? Then what I have to do? I have to return the computed value or result. Clear? When you return the value, then the function will compute the result and produce an output. This is non-void function. If no return statement is there, then this kind of function is called the void function. If return statement is there, then this kind of function is called void. If return statement is there, then this kind of function is called non-void function or fruitful function. Clear? And if there is no return statement, then this kind of function is called void function. अभी इसको define कर देते हैं. Clear? Now what we have to do? We have to define some number. Number 1 is equal to suppose 5. Number 2 is equal to suppose 6, and number 3 is equal to suppose 4. Now what we have to do? We have to call the function again. Clear? Now I am defining a new variable again, and the variable name is suppose z. Z is there. A. I have to call the function again, mul. Then what I have to do? I have to pass the parameters. Clear? Now what we have to do? I have to print A. Clear? This is the function call in a program, and when function call itself in a program, this is called recursion. Clear? Now these values will be passed as an argument. Clear? यहाँ पर हमारा क्या हो जाएगा? ये एक प्रोग्राम हो जाएगा फॉर द डिफाइनिंग ऑफ द फंक्शन. क्लियर? void function. First, second is non-void function. Third is arguments, and the fourth one is parameters. Clear? Now the first one is I am going to define the arguments first. Arguments. Clear? The values which are being passed in function call statements. Clear? The values which are being passed in function call statement, these values are called an argument. These values are being passed to, number 1 will be passed to x, number 2 for y, and number 3 will being passed to z. The values which are being passed in function call statement, here we are calling mul function again, this is called function call, being passed in function call statement, these values are called an arguments. पहले बताया है आपको. Now the parameters, the values which are used or defined in while we are defining the function, the values which are assigned in defining of the function, these values are called parameters. When we are defining multiple function, we are giving some values to the x, y and z. These values are called, parameters which are defined or assigned during the function definition. These are called parameters, and the values which are being passed in function call statement, we are calling multiple function, again mul function. These values are called an arguments. Clear? Now void and non-void functions are also there. Void functions and non-void functions. Clear? In void function, the function will not return any value. Means if there is no return statement, if there is no return statement, then these kind of functions are called, void functions. Functions with no return statements are called void functions, and void functions are also known as non fruitful functions. Clear? Now the non void function. When a function, non void function, when a function having a return statement with return statement, function with return statement is called non void function, or these kind of functions are also known as fruitful functions, because these functions return some value. That is why these functions are also known as fruitful functions. Clear? Now we have to identify which kind of functions are fruitful functions and which kind of functions are non-fruitful functions. I am going to include two examples in which you have to identify the fruitful function and non-fruitful function, as well as void function and non-void function. Clear? Can you tell me the steps of execution of program? Suppose this is first line of code, this is second line of code, this is third line of code, fourth line of code, fifth, sixth, seventh and eighth line of code. First, definition of the function will start. It means flow of execution. Flow of execution of a program. Clear? Now first line of code will be executed. After that it will neglect the return r is equal to x, y, z and return statement. After that it will compute the fourth line of code, then the fifth line of code, then the sixth line of code. Clear? Clear? Now the sixth line of code, after that eighth line of code in which the arguments will be passed, and then seventh line of code. After that the argument will be passed to here, and then the computation will take place. Number 1, number 2 and number 3, the numbers will be multiplied, and after that the second line of statement, then third line of statements, after that the last one for the printing of the result, means eighth line of code. Clear? Now I am going to write two examples so that you can easily identify the void function and non-void function. Clear? The first example is define mul x comma y colon p is equal to x star y, and the second example is define add, this is the user defined function, x comma y, p is equal to x plus y, and then return p. Clear? Now, which kind of example is a void function? Which kind of function is void function and which kind of function is non-void function? A function with return statement. In simple, a function with return statement is called non-void function. This is non-void function, and function with no return statement, this is called void function. Now, you have to identify which function is fruitful function and which function is non-fruitful function. The function with return statements are also called as fruitful function or fruitful function, and the function with no return statement are called non-fruitful function. Clear? Now, I think everything is clear in this video. In this video, I revised your syllabus for working with function chapters. You must try to solve some examples at home and be prepared for your upcoming exam. That's all for the today. Thank you.